Hi, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to look at another mystery case.
On June 30th, 1999, the body of 41-year-old Ricky McCormick was found in a cornfield 20 miles outside St. Louis, Missouri. McCormick's death might have gone unnoticed due to his poverty and potential mental health issues, if not for the 2 pages of notes in his pockets. These notes, written in an intricate and unbreakable code, have baffled both elite and amateur codebreakers for years. Despite his family's claims that McCormick could barely spell, let alone create a secret code, many believe these notes hold the key to understanding his mysterious death. Ricky McCormick's life was filled with complexities. Those who knew him suspect he was involved in drug trafficking and had connections with several dangerous individuals in St. Louis. But who killed him and why? This is the perplexing case of Ricky McCormick. Born on June 14, 1958, McCormick seemed to struggle with mental health issues from an early age. According to the Riverfront Times, he stood alone at recess, behaved oddly, and told strange stories. His mother came to believe her son was retarded. A psychiatrist said Ricky had a brick wall in his mind. His favorite aunt, Gloria "Cookie" McCormick, told the Riverfront Times. He said Ricky refused to break that wall. He didn't like living poor and had an active imagination. By the time he dropped out of high school, McCormick could barely read or write. His family later stated that he couldn't spell and instead would scribble, according to KMOV. His cousin recalled that McCormick talked like he was in another world and might have been schizophrenic. Without a high school diploma, McCormick took various menial jobs, often on the night shift. He survived on meager paychecks and disability payments for his chronic heart issues. However, in 1992, McCormick faced legal trouble. At 34, McCormick was charged with statutory rape for having 2 children with a girl under 14, known to his family only as Pretty Baby. Although his public defender believed McCormick had a mental disease or defect, he was found fit to stand trial. Ricky McCormick pled guilty and spent 13 months at the Farmington Correctional Center. But his problems only worsened after his release. The final days of Ricky McCormick. After his release, McCormick got a graveyard shift job at an Amoco gas station in downtown St. Louis. There, he encountered several shady characters who might have contributed to his mysterious end. The Amoco station, managed by Palestinian brothers Juma and Baha Bob Hamdallah, was known for the brothers' violent reputations. While working there, McCormick made several mysterious trips to Florida. His girlfriend later told police she believed he was smuggling marijuana for the Hamdallah brothers and that he seemed scared. Indeed, after his last trip to Florida in mid-June 1999, McCormick began acting erratically. Between June 22 and June 25, he visited 2 different emergency rooms, according to KMOV, complaining of chest pains and shortness of breath. He was admitted once, turned away once, and last seen on June 27th at the Amoco gas station. Then, Ricky McCormick vanished. No one noticed his absence immediately. No one reported him missing. His death came to light only when McCormick's decomposing body was found in a field on June 30th, 20 miles from where he lived and worked. Although a medical examiner couldn't determine a McCormick's cause of death, detectives suspected foul play. It's kind of a puzzling case. Captain David Tiefenbrunn, Bureau Commander of Criminal Investigations for the St. Charles County Police Department, told KMOV, "If I was to rely on my police instincts, there probably is some foul play. We just haven't been able to prove it." With no leads, McCormick's death might have faded into obscurity, but then the police found something strange in his pockets. The mystery of Ricky McCormick's notes. When police examined McCormick's body, they found 2 pages of handwritten notes in an unknown code. They sent the notes to the FBI's Cryptanalysis and Racketeering Records Unit, CRRU, but even elite codebreakers couldn't decipher the messages. To this day, the code on Ricky McCormick's notes remains unbroken. It doesn't happen often that we have an unsolved cipher of this length and significance, CRRU Chief Dan Olson told the Riverfront Times. The characters are not random. For instance, there are many E's that could serve as spacers. Various characteristics suggest it could be solved, with numerous patterns emerging. The issue is we don't understand why it remains unsolvable. As the FBI explains, cracking a code involves 4 steps: identifying the language, the system, the key, such as shifting each letter in the alphabet, and reconstructing the text. With McCormick's notes, the FBI only reached the 2nd step. In March 2011, the FBI revealed the existence of McCormick's notes to the public, seeking assistance from amateur codebreakers. According to Fox News, tips poured in, with suggestions that the notes included reminders for medication, the name Seth, and hospital terminology. Yet McCormick's family remained skeptical. Learning about the codes along with the public, McCormick's family doubted his ability to write in code. One family member stated, "He didn't write in code. He couldn't spell anything, just scribble," according to Esquire. However, some relatives recalled McCormick using codes as a child. The FBI insists that Ricky McCormick's notes are not gibberish. Olson explained, "We examine a lot of things that are gibberish, arbitrary strikes on a keyboard. This is not that case." To date, Ricky McCormick's code remains uncracked. It's unclear if he wrote the code or if someone else, perhaps his killer, did. Who killed Ricky McCormick? Ricky McCormick's death remains unsolved, despite police investigating various suspects. McCormick's former boss, Baha Hamdallah, was known for violence. Additionally, in December 1999, police heard that local drug dealer Gregory Lamar Knox allegedly murdered a black man working at the Amoco gas station. Despite monitoring both men, investigators couldn't link Hamdallah or Knox to McCormick's death. Thus, Ricky McCormick's death and the context of the coded notes found on his body remain a mystery. Were the notes a clue to his killing or something else? Perhaps they were a shorthand McCormick invented, understandable only to him. The FBI remains determined to solve them. Even if we discovered he was writing a grocery list or a love letter, Olson explained, we would still want to know how the code is solved. This is a cipher system we know nothing about. Despite extensive efforts by the CRRU and the American Cryptogram Association, the meanings of those 2 coded notes are still unknown, and McCormick's murderer remains at large. "We are really good at what we do," said Olson, "but we could use some help with this one." Ricky McCormick's encrypted notes are one of CRRU's top unsolved cases. Breaking the code, said Olson, could reveal the victim's whereabouts before his death and lead to solving a homicide. Not every cipher we receive arrives under such circumstances. Over the years, numerous CRRU examiners who are experts at breaking codes have analyzed the McCormick notes using various techniques, yet the solution remains elusive. Standard routes of cryptanalysis seem to have hit brick walls, Olson noted. Our cryptanalysts have several plausible theories about the notes, but no definitive answer has been found. To advance the case, examiners need another sample of McCormick's coded system, or a similar one, that might provide context or allow for valuable comparisons. Without new evidence, Olson said, maybe someone with a fresh set of eyes might come up with a brilliant new idea. That's where the public comes in. The FBI has always relied on public tips to solve crimes. And though breaking a code may be unique, your help could further the investigation. Examine McCormick's 2 notes. If you have an idea on how to break the code, have seen similar codes, or have information about the Ricky McCormick case, write to CRRU at the following address: FBI Laboratory, Cryptanalysis and Racketeering Records Unit, 2501 Investigation Parkway, Quantico, VA 22135, ATTN, Ricky McCormick case. There is no reward, just a challenge, and the satisfaction of knowing your brainpower might help bring a killer to justice. Even if we discovered he was writing a grocery list or a love letter, Olson said, we would still want to know how the code is solved. This is a cipher system we know nothing about.
Thanks for watching. Write your opinion in the comments. Subscribe to our channel not to miss the next mystery story from real life.